Where I think we're a little bit unique to most healthcare players or operators is that we actually almost half of our activity is directed and done via companies. We're quite primary care focused. So we do a lot of work on converting this kind of data that we gather around the system for prevention. And that is probably makes us a little bit more individual centric in that sense. Data and technology together allows us to do is that it allows us to make sure that we utilize this information for a better customer service, better healthcare results, as well as then make sure that we can provide this experience 24/7, regardless of time and place. And data allows, and digital allows for that mass customization in a completely different way than in a classical hospital you could have done. We have grown tremendously. We've done over 100 acquisitions in our time. There is this element of startup spirit. We have the ability to think a little bit like startup, even though we have the resources of a larger company, which I think makes a quite unique combination, and that in a sector of healthcare which goes through quite big development at the moment. Statistically a very good education system, very high level of education. That of course then feeds certain areas, and I think there's been always a very strong healthcare life sciences focus here in Finland. The face of healthcare will change to be more holistic in a way that it's not only treating, but it's also a prevention and a long-term relationship. 150,000 Finns that are active have downloaded our application, basically go view their healthcare data, their lab results online. I mean, we do about 6,000 or 8,000 chats a month, for example. It gives you a multi-channel approach to healthcare. And that means that people comply with the medicines they're being given, they go to the lab checkups that they're given, and so that improves actually the healthcare results. You look at Finland as a nation or as a country, this is a fantastic place to live with the family. Now then the flip side is of course that we need to be able to provide relevant jobs and interesting careers normally for two people in the family. Artificial intelligence in our case probably needs to be, I would say, we need to harness the data to allow the professional to make better decisions. And so I'm not looking at ways to replace an individual. I think it's to reduce quality variances, is to make sure that the treating physician has the best possible data in the easiest possible way available. And there I think we can use artificial intelligence. So we can use learning mechanisms to make sure that we draw right conclusions, we brief the physician, and we match the individual and the treating professional as well as possible. So essentially I think across the Western world, why not the world, we need to provide better, cheaper when it comes to healthcare. And so that means that the only way for us to have better outcomes and not invest more money than we can afford is to embrace new ways of working. And for me, technology and data is actually exactly that. Maybe the older generation might have been more of a humble generation. I think we're learning. We're becoming more global. I'm a firm believer of a company, long-term successful company, is an active member of a society. So I think we all need to promote equal possibilities. We need to promote versatile workplace, carry our responsibility in the ways we can.